Hey guys, this is Hadidi Buddy, and you're welcome to another episode of Crime Documentary. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the story of Betsy Faria. This beautiful lady was diagnosed with cancer, but the cancer didn't even kill her. What killed her? Her best friend. Follow me on this story and let's see how it unravels. Betsy was married to Russell Faria. They had a very beautiful marriage until Betsy was diagnosed with cancer. This made her family come together and told Betsy to have one last trip before her life comes to a halt. This plan would not come to fruition because a month to their trip, on December 27, 2011, Betsy went for her chemotherapy and was with a family friend named Bobby. Betsy's husband, Russell, was supposed to pick her up after the chemotherapy. But out of the blue, her close friend Pam HUPP showed up and offered to take her home. Of course, Betsy agreed because they were best of friends. Pam dropped Faria at the house and left after a few minutes. Later that night, Faria's husband got to the house, only to find Faria in the pool of her own blood, stabbed to death. He immediately called 911, thinking that she had committed suicide. And when the police got to the house, they noticed that the wounds were not self-inflicted. So they arrested Russell Faria on site. He was then taken to the police station and questioned. Over time, he was convicted of the murder of his wife, Betsy Faria, and he was sentenced to life in prison. Russell Faria only spent 4 years when his case was then argued and he was brought out of prison. Now, the question remains, who killed Betsy Faria? They reopened the case and they began to look closely at other things that they omitted during the trial. Russell's lawyer asked them to look into Pamela HUPP as there were cracks in her story that if they don't do that, she might likely kill again. In August 2016, Pam put a call through to 911, claiming that there is an intruder in her house, that he was trying to take her away. Still on the call with 911, Pamela shot at the man 5 times. It was later revealed that the man Pamela killed was Louis Gumpenberger. This man had an accident years ago which left him disabled, so he had no reason or had no way he could have tried to harm Pamela. It was at this moment Pamela was taken into custody. She was then interrogated thoroughly, and it was then they began to find a lot of cracks in her story. They dug back into her past and noticed that her mother died few years after Betsy died. It was later discovered that Pamela HUPP was the beneficiary to her mother's life insurance policy. Pam was also the beneficiary of Betsy's life insurance policy. She claims that she set up a trust fund for Betsy's girls. After a brief interrogation at the police station, Pamela knew that the gig was up, so she decided to take her own life.
She's on camera, so she's subtle. Watch this. Hupp grabs the water bottle to hide the pen, then slides both back, slowly, casually. She takes the pen behind her to hide it in her pants. Then her neck again. It appears she's looking for her jugular, or another vein she's about to strike with the pen. That's where she's escorted to the bathroom, where she stabs herself.
There's an officer here, a female officer that's going to escort you to the bathroom, okay?
About 5 minutes pass when you can hear officers yelling.
But she was unsuccessful due to the fact that the policeman saved her life. She was then put on trial for the death of Louis Gumpenberger, and she was later sentenced for the murder. There you have it, the story of Pamela HUPP, a woman who allegedly killed her own mother for her life insurance policy and also ended the life of her best friend, Betsy Faria, for her $150,000 life insurance policy, in which she also framed her best friend's husband, Russell Faria, by dipping his shoes into the blood of his wife, of which she killed a total stranger in order for her to get away with the crime. But unfortunately for her, she didn't get away with these crimes. She's currently serving a life sentence for the murder of Louis Gumpenberger, and other crimes are under investigation. Thank you for watching Crime Documentary by Hadidibadi, and you can follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like and share. Goodbye.